this is Chris with ProWatercraftRacing.com, and I'm standing here with a Hydrospace, and what I want to show you today, and we're going to do a little install video, is our Hydrospace handle pull pad. So originally, and unfortunately the original pad I don't have, but the original pad, I'm sure you guys have seen where it sticks quite high off of the handle pull. It's not very smooth. It's a little bit more bulkier than what I'm holding right here, which is our pad. But it doesn't really flow with the handle pull. You know, it's not made for racing like it should have been. Now this pad is definitely more streamlined. Flows in with the handle pull, as you can see. Doesn't hang above, it doesn't stick out on the sides. It's very sleek, it's tight with the steering. So this is our ProWatercraftRacing.com handle pull pad for the Hydrospace S4. And I'm going to install it right now so you guys can see what you're up against. So the original mounts on the Hydrospace, or the Hydrospace handle pull pad, has long bolts that come up from the bottom and screw into the pad. We're kind of going away with that design, and what we suggest is getting a tap and threading in some threads into the stock handle pull pad so you can use our hardware to install our pad. Simply just need a tap, a little bit of grease. This is an 8 by 125, so it's a metric tap that you're going to thread in here. The hole size is perfect for threading this thread pitch. Basically go down as far as you feel comfortable. Make sure you clean up your shavings so nothing gets all over your mats. Once you've done all 4 holes, now you're ready to install our handle pull pad. So I've already prepared the holes. So our handle pull pad is made out of a composite material. It's a fiberglass material. It's very lightweight, it's very strong. It's a great product. But with fiberglass to metal, you have to always know that you have to protect the surface or where they meet with some silicone. You know, these are jet skis. We're riding them very aggressively. We're gonna bump into this pad, so it does take quite a bit of a beating from the rider's chest. So you'll want to put some silicone on each mount. So when you do attach it, it has a bit of cushion and a good attachment point to the handle pull. So what we have in our kit are 4 bolts. 4 bolts, 2 collars. So we have 2 short 8 by 125 bolts, which the short ones will go into the front here. And then we have 2 long bolts, which will go into the rear. The long bolts will get a collar on the inside to add that extra support. Again, with any sort of metal to fiberglass or even metal to metal, it doesn't hurt putting a little bit of silicone around each mount. So this pad, when it goes on, it's solid and you're ready to go racing. I'm gonna install it really quick so you kind of know a little bit about what you're up against. I always like to start off with the front bolts. So you set it in place. You'll see that there's an access hole here. You'll want to either push your cables to one side or the other so it doesn't interfere with the pad bolting down. Start off with 1 bolt. It's an Allen key, and it's a 5mm Allen key, so get yourself your tools handy, and carefully, don't cross thread. So we like to get the first 2 in, the short ones. I should have got my straight head, not the swivel head, but it's obviously fighting me a little bit. That's all right. We'll make this work. There we go. So for demonstration purposes, it will work. And then we have the collar and the long bolt. So what I like to do is I'll sneak the collar underneath, and then I'll push the bolt through, give it a couple turns. And we'll do this on both here. Sneak it underneath. And at this point, I can evenly start tightening down the hardware so the bolt, the pad, and everything comes together quite nicely. So once you have it on, you want to be cautious of certain things like cables and wiring. This pad is made to hug really tight to the handle pole, so you want to be careful, like whatever levers or throttle cables or whatever you have going on the bars, when you turn the steering, it doesn't interfere with the pad. You might have to do a little bit of shaving depending on your setup, but being cautious and making clearance for all these items will make your ProWatercraftRacing.com Hydrospace handle pole pad last all those races.
Don't forget, you can stay up to date on everything at Pro Watercraft Racing on Facebook. Look for the page Pro Watercraft. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel while you're here today. And don't forget the website, ProWatercraftRacing.com.